until getting into this that there are laws in place that just aren't being enforced to protect children from predators in the workplace. Where kids literally, I can't think of another business where kids come to work. 3-year-olds come to work. Babies come to work. They get paid. And they're on sets. And sometimes there are people on sets that should not be there.
Background checks, laws, regulations, kids. There cannot be enough when it comes to protecting kids, especially on the set. You got all this money involved. It's not a school with a little budget where they can't get new textbooks. You're talking a $150 million movie. You can't have a couple of people make sure that nobody runs off with the kid. Come on. We can absolutely do better.
Children are not just second-class citizens. They often just don't count. And so it's very easy to pass laws that say you must report child sex abuse. It's easy to pass laws that say that you must sign up and say that you're an agent and you're going to be working with children. The problem is enforcement. People don't do things unless they're required to. And the atmosphere in Hollywood right now is this patina of, the Me Too movement, we're all very sympathetic. But the real changes that need to be made in terms of reporting and registering, they're just not doing it. And I'm sure they're not doing it because it's inconvenient.
Most bills in this country are not enforced. Why? Because people don't know about them. People don't know about the bills. So you can create a bill, but the most important thing is creating awareness. Carry the bill. If there's people on set, if there's a mom and dad and they have their kid on set, carry that bill with you. So if anything does happen, or the kid says, hey, this person touched me, or this person's doing wrong, they call the police, here's the law. You're going to follow it.
People being so afraid to speak their truths is giving power to the suppression of the topic. Nobody wants to vocalize children being sexually abused. It is because it is the worst thing imaginable. But it's happening. It's happening under our noses. It's happening in our business. There have been laws, and since we started shooting this movie, Corey has been instrumental in getting laws passed to help sexual abuse victims take down their molesters.
In New York State today, a 1-year window opened for victims of sexual abuse to seek justice, no matter how long ago the abuse occurred.
That's how Jeffrey Epstein was indicted. These are all new cases coming forward.
One of the suits involves a woman who claims Jeffrey Epstein raped her when she was a teenager.
We passed a law called the CVA, the Child Victims Act, which was pushed by Child USA. It's something that they had been trying to achieve in the state of New York for 15 years. And Marcy Hamilton, God bless her, told me that when I went down to Albany, New York, and I went down to the Senate and we held a press conference, it was the first time in 15 years that the press showed up. So what we got was the awareness. We opened enough eyes, we got enough cameras there and enough microphones to spread the word that this needs to change. And what the law did is it pushed back the statute of limitations for 25 years in the state of New York, and it created a 1-year look-back window. So any case that was brought forward last year is now in the works. It's happening. They've got their cases forward. That's why R. Kelly was indicted. So, same thing just happened in California.
Governor Newsom signed several bills over the weekend, including a law that will give survivors of child sex abuse more time to file lawsuits. The new legislation expands the statute of limitations by giving survivors until the age of 40 or 5 years from discovery of the abuse to file civil lawsuits.
So right now, for the next 3 years in California, the law is open, active, and effective for people to bring their cases forward.
It's gonna be the judges. It's gonna be up to the law. My hope is that the justice is served and consequences are dealt. Because if he gets away with it, there's a potential victim out there that he could be doing this to another. He doesn't need to be on the streets, as sad as it is. He deserves to be locked up.
We're in the